Hi there, it's Joseph here at Edge Dynamics, making a shave video, and if you can hear that bird quacking, it's actually a magpie. And I'll just close the window a bit. Yeah, the razor I've got, I just did a honing video with it. It's this little fella, Unwin and Albert. I think that's what it says. Unwin and Albert, 17 Regent Street. And this was one that I finished this razor some months ago, but my mirror finishing kind of advanced since then. So I just gave it a quick touch up, and it's made a nice difference to it. Just took out a few more of the grind marks, and that's what it's all about, is getting rid of the grind marks. And yeah, it's nice and solid in the scales, and I just put a bit of oil on it because it looked bone dry. I don't know what I did to it yesterday, but just oil it, and then I'll just remove that oil. But yeah, I'm a little bit sort of tired. I was just half an hour ago, I was just nodding off, falling asleep, and I was like, no, got to make a shave video, I've got to go out, I've got to do all this quite quickly. I have got like a spot there underneath, but that should be okay. Hopefully if I have a shave and get a good night's sleep, I'll be back on the road. Back on the road to recovery. So I guess I'm just not really sleeping as well as you can, you know. I had some weird dreams last night, but I don't go into about weird creatures that don't exist. But I've got the check and speak, and I always want to use this stuff. It's a lavender and something, but this is pure quality. This is the one you can't get anymore. Not this formula. And yeah, as I say, I have been wanting to use it. And today's the day. A bit of lukewarm water. And this is the using the Theta. But yeah, I put this soap up in the top 3 soaps. And if this razor doesn't shave, because I haven't done any more honing other than that video yesterday, which is a crying shame really, because I still want to shave with that Greaves. Excuse me, it's got to be re-honed. And there's a lot of things I haven't done that I'm supposed to do. And I'm back at work tomorrow. Just add some bit of water. I think that'll do. Yep, we'll go with that. Alright. Let's christen this one. I don't know if I should be as confident as I am, but you saw the HHT and you saw how I honed it. To me, that tells me that's it. It's good. I don't need no shave tests, but find out right now actually what we've got going on. Yeah, that's nice. It's really smooth. And yeah, it is what it is. You can tell it's not a Wade and Butcher. But it's nice. It's only a small thing. I think it's 15/16, just under 6/8. It's taken off a lot of hair. Got 2 weeks worth. And funnily enough, it only started itching about 10 minutes ago. I was just getting ready for this video. That's not nice to see that. But yeah, I knew this would be a good one. It's looking really close. But that video I made yesterday, excuse me, went down really well. Quite a lot of views straight up. Lots of comments. I'm going to start thinking of trying to make a few more. And I've ordered Shepton, you know, the pond and the holder. I've ordered new ones because I've been thinking about it for quite a while, that it's just to make videos. Because the others, the old ones, you know, they got slurry stains. So I'm more likely to make, if I've got good equipment, I'm more likely to make more videos. So and I'm going to be doing this for a long time, aren't I? Probably going to be making videos for the rest of my life, so why not invest? You know, I mean, in the future, probably next year, I'll move up to like a dedicated camcorder, 4K, like something decent. These videos are part of an archive. So one thing I did find time to do the other day was I got some. I got those belts I was waiting for, and that's the money stroke. I got those Trizact belts. I think in America they're known as, there might be Trizact as well, or Gator belts. But I was waiting on these, the ones I was waiting on, they're A160 and they're 120 grit. And they arrived. And I tried them yesterday. And quite surprised to see they don't cut. So it's not removing any steel. I spent like 20 minutes trying to remove a little bit of steel, and then I went to a aluminium oxide belt and removed the steel I wanted to remove in like 3 seconds. So I was a little bit confused with that. So I went online last night, and luckily there's lots of forums. I think they're all in America, and they're for knife makers. And the knife makers, I mean, there's lots, isn't there, in America? Lots of custom knife makers. Obviously they use these belts and they're aware of them, and so there's lots of info, but it's basically something I have to figure out on my own. I mean, there's lots of talk of the belts burnishing, glazing, and they just burnish the steel. And some say use a wire brush too, because they get clogged, and there's all sorts of bits and bobs, but the one thing that struck true to me that I read, one comment said that these belts, they're not for removing steel. If, you know, making the surface, taking it up to a mirror finish, which does not really involve hogging off, reshaping, regrinding. So that's, I mean, if ever you see razor makers or knife makers, you see their workshop, they've normally got tons and tons of belts, and that's why. So I'm going to try a few bits and bobs, but it just gets me a little bit that I spent like £200 on these belts, and I waited for them and had such high hopes, and they don't really do anything. I mean, they do, but so wow, I got the top of that. But I mean, they are really, really useful. The higher grip ones as well. I need to reduce those grind marks as much as possible before I do my secret mirror finish business, and those belts are great for that. But yeah, they're not gonna, like, there's no sparks coming off the grinder. You live and learn, but either way, that's going to be a learning curve, because I keep using them and trying to figure them out. And they kind of like don't run out. Like a normal belt, you do a few razors, that's it. But these just sort of keep going. So, if you're doing tangs and spines and that, then forget it. They will run out. But doing blade faces, flat pieces of steel, they should last. And I've got to go out, I've got to come back, and then I have to go and meet Ruth at the tube station, and then while she's cooking for me after being at work all day, while she's doing that, I'll be in the workshop in my element. I had a bit of a spillage in the workshop, and I've got like this rubber matting on the floor. It's underlay for AstroTurf. It's thick, it's like recycled rubber, So I kind of stained it. So on top of it I put some anti-slip rubber matting, kind of stuff you get in cars, in the footwells and that. And I've laid it, like 90% of the workshop floor is now covered in that, on top of what was there already. And so when I go in the workshop now I get a smell of fresh rubber. It's quite nice. So I'm looking forward to getting in there. And then, as I say, tomorrow going to work. And until next Monday, that's me. But I mean, when I go to work, it's about a 45-minute drive, and that's on a motorway. And that just gives me time to think about razors. So that's where I come up with design ideas, videos, whatever. I'm doing about 80, 90 miles an hour. But that's pure me time, when you've got a crash helmet on your head. Well, I think that is it. That is good. I've got a few bits of blood, but that's good. It all adds to the overall effect. Yeah, it's a nice razor, definitely. There's a nice little wedge, and the mirror finish has ensured that there's absolutely no water stains, nothing like that. That's what I was talking about yesterday as well in my video cut out. I was actually talking. Wow, that stings right there. I was talking about satin finishes, and basically how a satin finish to me now it's a cop out. It's a satin finish is because a mirror finish is too hard. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and the end result is not very good. I'm talking about for other people, not myself. And you know, you can take a photo of a mirror finish that looks good, but I mean, how many vintage razors have you seen restored with a nice mirror finish in your hand? I doubt if you'll ever see one, because the mirror finishes kind of look awful. But yeah, obviously I lost all of that off that video, but yeah. Alright. And I've got the tailors. Do you like this stuff? It's a little bit cheap, but straight away I can smell that. It smells great. And it leaves your skin really nice afterwards. Alright. So that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you probably in 2 weeks' time. Cheers, goodbye.